ッチャーのあんたをぶっ倒せば試合続行不可で俺らの勝ちになるんじゃない？
ぶっ倒すことができるとでも？
簡単だよ。
Honestly, choosing Minato Tribe as the second city is probably the best decision they could have made. If you don't know, Minato Tribe is the tribe of the protagonist in the anime. It was so dope seeing that at the end of chapter 1, even though I kind of deduced that just for a few reasons. For starters, I remember reading early on that the developers actually planned to hide the fact that the game has extreme baseball in it, but obviously they were afraid there would be too much of an initial disconnection. Wouldn't bother me because I play anything TooKyoGames related, but I can see how some people would have been confused, and after 20 hours of the first city, I think it's okay to use Minato City as an incentive to play the full game and strengthen transparency. Also, there was just way too many Minato cards in the game for them to just gloss over that. There were other tribes too, but they clearly had more cards than any other tribe. That would be kinda random. Then they would have wasted all that time not actually testing the cards they planned to use early on. The obvious last one, if you've seen the anime, is of course Zero. So one of my favorite things about TooKyoGames employees is that even while they worked with other companies or they create works that aren't necessarily about playing a detective, they still tend to have mystery themes in the writing. So you can look out for mysteries, a mascot like the sheep in Zanki Zero, eccentric science, a character being an amnesiac that has a bunch of twists later to them, within a cast that is full of secrets in general, a traitor, or maybe some chick is actually bipolar but she's not even actually the mastermind, and then there's always the fear that a character is gonna get murdered, etc. Granted, these themes are not exclusive to Danganronpa or something, they're just tropes within the mystery genre. Those who think otherwise just haven't played or watched or read that many. The reason I yapped there is because Zero's existence is actually a marketing ploy mystery to those who've seen the anime. Like, two people can see that guy but have different emotions and theories about him. It's not even that you're going to be confused, it's more that there's a layer of detail and theories that you don't see. But that's why I couldn't see them putting off Minato City for too long, and I think if the question is if people should watch the anime, I would recommend it. I don't think it's like a huge deal. Let me give an example. So these are Zero's numbers. The bosses Zero showed us who reign over certain cities. If you haven't seen the anime, you probably think waifu, that guy's sick/husbando. The guys with the pink and yellow hair need to be in jail, probably the girl between those two. Why in the hell does that guy have on a damn sheet and how does that even work? And you'd be correct. But one of these characters being here is a huge deal. When they first showed the numbers, that's the first thing I thought of. Like, they could be even bigger than Zero. And if that happens, they're gonna explain it. But this, right? Theorizing. How are they related to Zero? Are they a plant or are they actually the mastermind? You know, there's like a bunch of theories about this stuff that I think is fun. And I think that's what people would miss out on. There's still some here too. Like that second guy has a number 2, but his jacket says Tribe 24, which is Zero's tribe, which is interesting, but he could just be a fan or something. It's just the way these type of works are written that I think you benefit from having more info. You also get an early attachment to characters like Kazuki, so you come into the game already feeling fear off the rip. This guy's name is Q. If you've seen the anime, dude, like, ain't no Q, bro, we know who this is. Last thing, you can also appreciate card details as well, like Ace Vision.
Kamiya 師匠、どれほどのものか試させてもらう。
感情出しちゃいけないよ。
何？
本当の敵は分かりやすくやってこない。気がついたら影みたいにひっそりそばにいるもんさ。たわごと。
I saw someone say that these characters are ordered, but again, the way TooKyoGames write stuff and the way Death Games tend to play out, there's no way to know that. Maybe one of them is actually the mastermind, or maybe our team splits up and one of those members defeats them and becomes a number. We could fight a stronger one first for Zero's entertainment, or one of the weaker ones can become more tedious later. Yeah, etc, etc. Dude, different topic, but I saw they fixed stamina. If you didn't play that version of the game, good. It's basically what you'd imagine. You ended up stopping over and over and over. And it wasn't like that before. It was pretty annoying. So props to them. My main thing I hope they factored in as far as changes go is the prologue reduction. They didn't really comment on that too much, but I know there was a ton of feedback about that, including mine, which is the fact that the second version of the game, to me, they reduced the prologue too much because, for example, when you form your tribe name, I remember doing that in the first version, but in the second, I checked the group chat. They already had created it. And then, as we talked about already, the biggest amplifier for a death game or any mystery title is the risk, which is why these type of stories tend to be very relationship focused. With that being said, they kind of reduced the prologue where all the characters meet, along with other scenes with new characters after. As a result, when something bad happened to one of the characters, I actually didn't really feel it too much. I had to even remember what happened in the first version of the game just to feel more bad about it, because the flashbacks from the first demo during those cutscenes when this happened, a lot of those were even removed because even they knew that there was nothing to remember. There's just a sort of balance you have to have because a lot of people here came from Danganronpa and they clearly care about story stuff, even if I understand that a bigger majority are more into action games and the people who don't can now skip it. So that's what my thought is. Hopefully that got better. I did think that the newest placement of the NPCs after you get to the hotel was an upgrade in terms of story flow. I also think that introducing the gacha system when you first enter the hotel is an upgrade. I was actually surprised how late it came into the game, the first demo. Saw that in Mita, which is pretty dope. He was basically the funniest character in the anime. The Troll of My Veins is pretty excited about that, hoping I get him early on. Looking forward to Haru as well. His cards in-game indicate that he should be a lot like his mentor in terms of his personality, and displayed here, his batting stance. Please skip to the next timestamp if you don't wish to be spoiled by this dissection. As of uploading this, I've of course seen the new trailer. Dude, I called Sui being evil, bro. I knew it. Now, Sui had more time to grow, but it's just his whole thing so far is literally red-haired, blue-eyed, loud friend, which is literally Tiger from the anime. Like at that point, you're already fighting a battle to differentiate them, and then there's that whole thing about amplifying a death game. It just makes sense to make them evil, especially since they're already going to be in Taiga City, assuming Sui ain't made from Taiga's DNA or some shit. Right enforced into Yo's memories, and then they got rid of Taiga, who knows? Can't tell if Sui is brainwashed or not because we don't know him like that, so we can't apply that. I do think there's a chance that happened with Zero, only because they said he was chosen, and they could abuse his disdain for boredom. It might be something with his body. Not sure.
来たね。待ってたよ。
Hype is shit possible. Don't even know what to say. He should know the truth about the whole thing. I wonder if Yo's gonna have another voice in his head again. I just couldn't see them doing nothing with this character just because they marketed him in this way so much, like on the cover. Kinda reminds me of Sonic and Bugs Bunny, which for some reason he has those colors too. He has some other stuff too, but I ain't gonna say because I don't want this to be too much about spoiler territory. I did wonder if they showed him if it'd be a trap, but I kind of thought it would be possible for him to be playable. Like, this looks like a super, and we know that the gacha drops are copies, so he was always possible anyway. Told a few people that during the last time I streamed this game. I think the most interesting thing I can say about this character to people who are new to this character is that if he were there the entire time, this game probably wouldn't exist. We don't know the background, but you know, he's that prevalent. For sure he beat all these games. Anyway, streaming this game a lot this week on Twitch, so I'm gonna go to bed, wake up, and grind. Definitely follow me there if you're interested in hanging. Videos for one of my favorite games already, Urban Myth Dissolution Center, still coming. I'll be uploading the new demo for 100 Line as well. Pretty fun demo by Uchikoshi and Kodaka. Oh, I'm officially partnered with this game now, so that's pretty cool. They contacted me a few months ago. Subscribe for more Death Game stuff, Tribe 9, mystery games. Got a ton of stuff planned for a bunch of new games coming and recently released. Yeah, bye-bye.